नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविडं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव त्वमेव सर्वं गुरुदेव देव. Hari Om. Doing the 11th chapter of Panchadasi, and there Vidyaranya talks about the happiness that one gets in the deep sleep state, and that chapter is completed now. It says essentially the one, when you go to deep sleep state, everybody is happy. Doesn't matter what you have done, you are going to be happy in that state. So irrespective of what is your status in the waking state and the dream state, in the deep sleep state there is no particular status, there is no particular identification that I am this and this. There is no engineer, there is no doctor, there is no king, there is no pauper. Everyone experiences the same state of happiness where there is no duality. I am, this is not a notion, is not there, because I am and this have to be there in order to have. That duality is not there in the deep sleep state. So everyone experiences the same happiness, and the same happiness is nothing but the mind is calm and quiet, because the Vijnana Maya Kosha has become folded to become Anandamaya Kosha, and that Anandamaya Kosha is the consciousness, and pure Satchidananda gets reflected there, and there is no agitations in the mind. Therefore one sees happiness. Therefore one experiences the happiness, but there is no knowledge of that experience while in that state. It's only recorded in the folded Vijnanamaya as a subtle folding, a subtle recording which expresses itself. And I say, yes, I slept very well. I was happy that I slept very well. Where were you? What did you do? All that is not there. Even experience that I am experiencing that happiness is also not there, because for that mind is required. The very important information, because even to know that I am Brahmasmi, I need the mind. Because without the mind, there cannot be, even if I have an experience of Brahman, there cannot be a knowledge of that, and I may experience in the deep sleep state. The same thing happens when I go to Samadhi also, where I control my mind. That means I am Chitta Vritti Nirodha, that is the Patanjali Yoga. According to them, folding or controlling where there is no thoughts in the mind. That means there is no subject-object duality exactly identical to deep sleep state, but gained by suppressing the thoughts in the mind, and there also there is an experience of the absence of the subject-object duality. And even if I have a subtle knowledge of that experience and enjoying that samadhi, there is no knowledge that I am Brahmasmi. That is important for realization. So that knowledge is not there just by quietening the mind. To have the knowledge, the mind has to be there, because knowledge can only take place in the mind. This is very important to understand this in the deep sleep state. We go to 86 now, where Vidyaranya takes up the next topic in this Ananda, called Vishayananda, where one gains the happiness by what? By objects. So every object doesn't give everybody happiness in the same way, and also some people may feel it is a miserable also. Same object can cause misery in one and happiness in the other, depending upon the raga dveshas of the person. So I like this, I don't like this, and all that. My likes are different from your likes, his likes are different from my likes. So this is object oriented or likes and dislikes dependent happiness. Likes and dislikes are called vasanas. So vasana dependent happiness is going to be discussed now in the 86. Vishayeshvapi labdeshu Vishayeshvapi labdeshu tadicho parame sati तदिच्छो परमे सति अंतर्मुख मनोवृत्ति अंतर्मुख मनोवृत्ति आनंद प्रतिबिंबिता विषयेष्वपि लब्धेषु तदिच्छो परमे सति अंतर्मुख मनोवृत्ति आनंद प्रतिबिंबिता. So Vishayeshu Labdeshu Api, even the happiness that one gains through the object, fulfilling of the object. So when the object's oriented happiness comes, Tadicha, the desire for it is there, that means the vasana impression is there. Uparame sati is now the desire has been quietened because it's fulfilled, so there is no more longing mind or a wanting mind or a desiring mind in that moments when you get what we wanted or what you are longing for, because you got it. So the mind is no more longing for that object. Uparameti is quietened. So antarmukha manovruttau. So in the mind is no more going out, therefore it has come inwards, introverted, not extrovert anymore. In those moments when the mind is fulfilled, it is quietened, it is contented because the desire has been fulfilled. So uparameti, it is quietened. Antarmukha manovruttau, in the introvert thoughts of the mind. Anandaha, bliss, is pratibimbati, it reflects. So what is introverted thought? Thought turning inwards, no more outwards, that I want this is extroverted. Introvert is mind turned inward to see that which is quietened mind. So experience of the absence of any more desire, because the desire is fulfilled, therefore that moment's mind is calm and quiet, therefore ananda gets reflected. So it is a reflection of the same ananda when the mind has quietened, but now quietening of the mind is not by sleeping, where subject-object duality is gone or absorbed. Here the subject-object duality is gone by fulfilling the desiring mind. The mind is no more extrovert. That is what is called introverted thought. Not that internal thoughts will be there. It's not introvert, doesn't mean that internal thoughts. Internal thoughts is like, I'm thinking of the chemical problem or this problem or that problem, conceptualize intellectual problems, analysis and all that. It's not that type also, that's called the internal perceptions. Not that also. There is no perceiver, percept, and triputi is not there. It is quietened mind in that. That is essentially also happiness. In the Taittiriya Upanishad, there is a Brahma, the Ananda scale is there. They say Manushya Anandaha, that we mentioned before. There is a Manushya Anandaha, then Gandharva Anandaha, and Deva Anandaha, like that. Each one is step by step, and one Manushya Anandaha means happiness of a human being, happiness as one unit. And who is the human being that happy? Is the one who is the emperor of the whole world and young enough to do whatever he wants. So he is enjoying the whole world, and that happiness that one gets is called one unit. And 100 times more happy is the Gandharvananda. 100 times more happy is Devananda. Like that, there is a scale all the way. There are 26 scales, and highest scale is Brahmaji's Ananda. He is 1 into 10 to the power of 26 times the one Manushya Union Ananda. So there, at every stage, Upanishad also says, Sotriyasya akamaya tasya. It also says, the one who is happy, Sotriyaha and akamayaha. Sotriyaha means the one who has studied scriptures, and akam. Therefore, he doesn't have a desire for anything below that level. It means, I don't need all this for me to be, I am happy as I am, but I want something else, higher one. So, at every level, the same happiness without having any objects is also happy. Sotriyasya akamayatasya. The one who doesn't have any desire for the happiness of that level, he is also happy, or same level of happiness, the one who has fulfilled the desire. So one can be emperor of the whole world and happy, and one can also be having nothing at all and still be happy because he has no desires of that. He is also as happy as the no, what is a better way of doing? Without having anything, because in the happiness in that is struggle to get it, struggle to preserve it, and struggle to if you lose it. So whereas this Sotriyasya akama, without any having this, I am happy as I am, that means I have a contented mind for all that. So how does that happen? So when you are a child growing up, a child wants a marble, number of marbles he is possessing and banking and then paying. We used to do when we were children also. We used to have a pack of cards or something that we own, and we play cards, and other fellow will get it, or if I get. So if I have accumulated a lot of cards, then I am more happy. Like that. So we playing at different levels, different types of games with the children games. But when I mature enough to become a youth, this marble happiness is no more. So however much marbles, it doesn't matter to me. So I have no more desire to possess happiness with that kind of marble happiness. I am mature enough that I am happy without even marbles also. That is like that. One fellow is mature enough that not to desire for it. He is as much as happy as the one who has marbles too. So in the same way, so he says essentially all the happiness that one gets through the fulfillment of desire is the mind has turned inwards towards oneself, and therefore ananda gets reflected. That's also pratibimba ananda only. So Vishyananda is also Brahmananda only. So that is 87. He says Brahmanando vasanacha Brahmanando vasanacha Pratibimba iti trayam Antarena jagatyasmin Anando nasti kaschana. So Brahmananda cha vasana. So it's Brahmananda that I am getting in the vasana, during fulfillment of my desire. So bliss experience in the fulfillment of the object means particular object. I have a vasana for that object. I want it, whereas you don't care it. So your vasanas are, you need something else for you to be happy. I want this for me to be happy. Somebody else has something else for them to be happy. So they are called vasana-oriented, object-oriented happiness, and therefore it's called vasana anandaha. So the bliss experience in this pratibimba is reflection of the original iti, these trayam, three, antarena, other than asmin jagat, in this world, kaschina anandaha nasti, there is no other ananda. So there are three anandas in total, there is no other ananda, he says. He says one is Brahmananda, that you are experiencing in the deep sleep state, and another is the Vasanananda, when the desire for an object is fulfilled, and Vishayananda. So the object oriented. Vishayananda and Vasanananda are somewhat similar. So it is object depending upon a subtler object, and Vishayananda a grosser object. Here we are differentiating the Vasanananda and Vishayananda. So Vishayananda is also object oriented due to vasanas only, but one is a grosser level, another is a subtler level, and therefore Brahmananda, Vasanananda and Vishayananda, there is no other Ananda. Actually only one Ananda only, Brahmananda only, is a reflection of that, depending upon the mind, depending upon how the mind has been quietened, we give a name for it. When the mind is quietened during deep sleep state, it's just Brahmananda, deep sleep state Ananda, if you want to call it. And in the mind is quietened because of vasanas fulfilled, then that's one kind of Ananda. The very gross objects are fulfillment, then that is a third kind of Ananda. There is no other Anandas at all. So every happiness that one gets. So if you go to happiness scale, happiness in the what is happiness? It is only one Brahmananda getting reflected at a different level depending upon how you got it. So I got promotion, I am happy. Other fellow he didn't care for it, he has something else, he $1 million, he is happy for it. So everybody has either the wealth or a power or knowledge or some source for happiness. Therefore that's a Brahmananda. One fellow wants to get married and he's happy if he gets married. One fellow wants to get divorced and he's happy when he gets rid of that. So both are looking for happiness one way or other, same happiness expressing in different ways. It's called Brahmananda, Vasanananda and Vishayananda. These are the three types here qualified, and he's going to go into more details of what is the Vasanananda and Vishayananda. 88. तथा च विषयानन्दः वासनानन्द इच्छम् तथा च विषयानन्दः वासनानन्द इच्छम् आनन्दो जनयत्रास्ति ब्रह्मानन्द स्वयं प्रभा together तथा च विषयानन्दः वासनानंद इच्छम आनंदो जनयत्रास्ते ब्रह्मानंद स्वयं प्रभा तथा. So that's this being so, Swayam Prabha, the self, that is self illumining pure Satchidananda is bliss. Vishayanandaha Vasanandaha iti, that these two, Vishayananda, the object oriented or the desire oriented, iti Anando Janayed, it is created as Brahmananda aste, as Brahmananda is, same Ananda is created into the Vishayananda and Vasanananda. This being so, that is the same Ananda in three kinds. It is self-illumined Brahmananda, and that gives rise to the two other kinds. One is Vishayananda and Vasanananda. The latter two are nothing but Brahmananda alone, and that's what is going to be discussed here. 89. श्रुतियुक्त्यनुभूतिभ्यः स्वप्रकाशचिदात्मके ब्रह्मानन्दे सुप्तिकाले बद्धौ सत्यन्यथा शृणु सिद्धौ सत्यन्यथा शृणु. Together. श्रुतियुक्त्यनुभूतिभ्यः स्वप्रकाशचिदात्मके ब्रह्मानन्दे सुप्तिकाले सिद्धौ सत्यन्यथा शृणु. So in the deep sleep state is now concluded as a Brahmananda only, that is in the deep sleep state where there is no subject-object reality, that when the subject-object reality comes in when the mind is awakened. So say that which is Sushuptikale, Swaprakashe, Chidatmake, that self-effulgent, that happiness that one gains in the deep sleep state as without any object related, without any subject-object related, that without any Triputi related, that Ananda alone is now being reflected everywhere. So Brahmanande, bliss of Brahman, Siddhi Sati, having determined Shruti Yukta Anubhutibhyam, by the authority of the Shruti, and Yukti, Shruti, Yukti, Anubhuti. By scripture says so, and logically one can prove, and experience also one experiences. By that we are going to conclude that it is indeed same Ananda, Brahmananda is getting reflected. Anyadhasrano. So the waking and dream state is also same Ananda, and that is, please listen to what Shruti says, what logic says, and also what experience are. All support the same fact, and listen to that. So it is essentially instruction to the student that same source of happiness is being reflected in all. 19. Ya Anandamaya Suptau ya anandamaya suptau savijnanamayatmatam savijnanamayatmatam gatva swapnam prabodham va gatva swapnam prabodham va prapnoti sthana vedataha prapnoti sthana vedataha. Ya anandamaya suptau savijnanamaya atmatam gatva swapnam prabodham va prapnoti sthana vedataha. So suptau in the deep sleep state, yaha anandamaya, that whoever, that which is essentially anandamaya, where anandamaya kosha is saha vijnanamayatam, same happiness that in this deep sleep state that is experienced by the anandamaya kosha, saha, same vijnanamaya atmatam, when vijnanamaya is awakened, gatvam, having manifested in the either in the dream state or a deep sleep waking state, sthana vedataha, depending upon the state, whether it's a dream state or a waking state, swapnam prabodham va prapnoti, the dreaming and waking state. So depending upon the same the state, depending on the state, you have experiences. So you have three states of experience: waking state, dream state, and a deep sleep state. Same Satchidananda, Ananda gets reflected in each state depending upon the means in which you can get the mind introverted. When the desire is fulfilled, or vasanas are fulfilled, or when there is no subject-object duality of no desires, nakanchana kamam kamayata. That's how the scripture defined the deep sleep state. In the Mandukya Upanishad, it starts with nakanchana kamam kamayata. There is no desire for any object because there is no subject-object duality there. That is one Ananda, Sushupta. And when there is subject-object duality, then I want this, either in the waking state or in the dream state. And depending upon the state, same Ananda gets reflected. That's what is the statement here. So, yaha anandamaya suptau sa vijnanamayatma, when the vijnanamaya has gotten up, manifested, sthana vedataha, depending upon the state or a place, swapnam prabodham prapnoti, either the dream state or waking state is obtained. So anandamaya in the deep state is vijnanamaya in a waking state and dream state. Same anandamaya now has become vijnanamaya when it unfolds itself, and happiness is in the anandamaya kosha only now get reflected through vijnanamaya. 91. नेत्रे जागरणं कंठे स्वप्न सुप्ति उदंबुजे आपादमस्तकं देहं व्याप्य जागर्ति चेतनः together. Netre jagaranam kanthe swapna suptihi hrudambuje apadamastakam deham vyapya jagarti chetanaha. So here the scripture provides a means of distinguishing the different states where prominently what is available. Netre jagaranam. So waking state is seen through the eyes. So how do you know that somebody is awake? If he opened his eyes and looking at you, then you know that he is awake. Whether he may be still lying down or not. So the jagaranam, waking state, is recognized by the eyes being open. That means he is conscious of the indriyas, the netrendriya, sarvendriyanam netram pradhanam. So netra is opening of the eyes is a sign that he is awake. Because any other things we cannot say. We cannot say opening of the ears because ears don't have any lids there. So only the eyes can go as a pramana to know that he is awake. So if he completely open his eyes and if he is still sleeping, I don't know, some people sleep with the eyes open also, I think. that may be a different problem. But we assume that normal people, when their eyes are open, they are awake. So here we are not talking about sleepwalking and all that. So netre jagaranam. So jagarana means waking state is recognized by netre, through the eyes. So in the eyes, the waking state. And the scripture says kante swapnam. Kante, in the throat, one is having a dream. So here the scripture says, in fact, I think it's a Aitreya Upanishad, it's a 1, 3, 12, and also Brihadaranyaka Upanishad in the 4.2.2. These statements are made by the scripture that through the eyes one knows that he is in the waking state. Through the kante swapnaha, maybe he is making a lot of noise. That means he is dreaming. So if he is snoring too high, we know that he is in the dreaming, I guess, according to the scriptures. Kante swapnaha. And suptihi hudambuje, Shuddha ambuje. So in the heart, it is the deep sleep state. Heart is not the heart of the physical heart. It is in the I am. Is this core of the personality? Because what is there is only I am. So I am what? I am and no other knowledge there. Therefore just I am. But I am is not recognized because the Vijnanamaya is closed. So I am is there in the deep sleep state as the absence of duality and absence of the knowledge of duality. Therefore that manifests as ignorance of the duality, ignorance of the world. That is what it is. But there is ignorance is also not known in the deep sleep state. Even to know that I don't know, I need the mind. So that has to be very clear here. In the netre jagaranam kante swapnaha suptihi hudambuje. In the heart, one knows that it is a deep sleep state. Apadamastakam deham vyapya jagarti chetanaha. So when I am awake, the consciousness as though pervades apadamastakam. So from the tip of the toe to the head to the top of the head, apadamastakam, from the beginning to the end, essentially deham vyapya. So consciousness means I am conscious of from the top to the tip of the toe to the top of the head. Jagarti chetanaha. So I am conscious of, that's called jagartaha. That is a waking state. So waking state is recognized not through eyes opening, but from his point, the waker's point, he can feel from anywhere that is happening. So only eyes are open, that's why his eyes only consciousness. No, if you put a prick there, he knows that you are pricking because he is awake. If a dream, he may withdraw the leg without his knowledge even, whereas in the waking state, he recognizes that he may withdraw still, but he knows that the consciousness is there in the body level. So aham bam, I am this body, is there in the waking state. So the apadamastakam deham vyapya jagarti chetanaha. One is conscious of in the waking state, not only opening his eyes, but is conscious of the whole body. That's what this statement is coming from Aitreya Upanishad as well as in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. So there is a total identification of the whole body. I am this body, and that is there in the waking state. 92. Dehatadatyamapannaha dehatadatyamapannaha taptaya pindavattadaha aham manushyaha ichevam nischityaivavatishtate dehatadatyamapannaha taptaya pindavattadaha aham manushyaha ichevam nischityaivavatishtate. So tapta aham pindavatu, like ayaha is the iron ball, like a hot little iron ball. Deha tadatmyam, identification with the gross body. Apana, having become, tadaha, thereafter, aham manushyaha iti nischitya. I am a human being, starting with, is convinced. Eva avatisthate, he exists as such in the waking state. We go into more details tomorrow when we take up this sloka again and analyze it. Say, what is that waking state is being analyzed now. Say, where one is aware of the total body and I am the body, therefore this is the body belongs to a human being, so I come under a human being category. This is all being analyzed from now on. With this we stop here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.